for documents from the Antitrust Division close on 3 years now without much luck. As you may recall, although it preceded you, even Senator Graham, as chair, got so frustrated that he asked the Deputy Attorney General to come up and explain why we weren't getting these documents, and we got some conclusory correspondence from AAG Boyd at the time. When Attorney General Garland came in, we tried to continue forward, and I was asked to stand back on the grounds that the Inspector General was going to look into this quickly and we would have better luck afterwards. In fact, that proved not to be true. The Inspector General was not looking into it. There was an OPR versus IG jurisdictional spat, so nobody was looking into it. I gather that ultimately the IG won that spat, and now they are looking at it, but I still can't get documents. And I would love to know your view on how it is that providing documents to a congressional committee, particularly in the era of a Xerox machine, and providing the same documents to the Inspector General would interfere with the Inspector General's investigation.
Yeah. Thank you, Senator. First, let me acknowledge I appreciate your interest and seriousness with which you take this matter. Prior to this hearing, and I've checked with our Office of Legislative Affairs, and I understand that they're actively working on responses to your questions, and I will take it back to them immediately after this hearing.
With you agree with me that there's no place in the Constitution where congressional oversight authority is bounded by an Inspector General declaring an investigation?
Let me just say that as my duties as the head of the Antitrust Division, I focus on antitrust enforcement investigations that deal with fraud, abuse, waste, or the integrity or ethics of any component are handled at the Inspector General level, which is the watchdog.
But you guys are lawyers. This is the Department of Justice. You represent the entire United States government. You know a lot about the law. There is no, am I correct in saying that there is no place in the Constitution where our power as the legislative branch of government to investigate the executive branch of government is bounded by a figure in the executive branch of government like an Inspector General saying, no, I'm going to investigate that?
Yeah.
And indeed, is it not true that Inspector General investigations and congressional investigations have in fact gone forward concurrently?
Senator, I will defer that question to our Office of Legislative Affairs and the Inspector General. My day job, I'm focused on enforcing the antitrust laws. And
well, they're your documents. That's why I'm asking you these questions. They're documents under the control of the Department of Justice Antitrust Division.
Right, but it's extremely important that I respect the independence of our Office of Inspector General, and it would be proper me for to comment on any work being undertaken by the OIG.
I am certainly not asking you to comment on any work being undertaken by them. What is happening is that I am being told that I can't get access to documents that you hold because the Inspector General might also be looking at them. We have copy machines.
Yeah, Senator,
you can send a document to the Inspector General, and you can send a document to us. It doesn't make any sense that I'm not allowed to receive documents because you're giving the same documents to the Inspector General, does it?
Senator, I certainly understand those concerns, and I don't disagree with the logic of what you're saying. Again, this is outside the scope of my duties, but what I will do, because it matters and affects the integrity of the Department of Justice and the Antitrust Division, is following this hearing, I will follow up again with our Office of Legislative Affairs and express the importance of
well,
a
let me ask you a couple
response.
of general questions.
Okay.
When you decide to open an investigation of possibly anti-competitive conduct, is there a process that the division ordinarily follows?
So investigations can originate in a lot of different ways. So it really depends. For example, a lot of our investigations are mergers, which are initiated by filing. Some are from tips. Some are from FBI tips. Some are from most of them are.
What role does a political appointee in the investigative process hold? Can political appointees play a role in the decision to open an investigation?
Under my authority at the Antitrust Division, most often I've delegated the authority to open investigations to career employees. For example, in the civil area, the Director of Civil Enforcement.
Is that policy?
It is my policy.
Okay.
But it is not exclusive. So, as I indicated, an investigation can originate from anyone if the facts support an inquiry based on the law, and then we will feel free. We will initiate an investigation.
As a general, this will be my last question. As a general proposition, when different companies in the same industry organize together and combine and coordinate to lobby either a state government or Congress, that behavior is generally protected by the petition clause in the Noor-Pennington Doctrine, correct?
As a general matter, the Noor-Pennington Doctrine immunizes from antitrust liability the petitioning of a government.
And that's a decision you'd make right early if somebody asked for an investigation, right?
Typically, yes.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much, Senator Whitehouse. Next up, Senator Blackburn, who was here right when we started.
Yes, I was. I was the first one here. Senator Cruz says he has a UC on the floor at 4:15, and if he could precede me, and then I'll go.